Hello everyone, I'm John Maguire, founder and director of the Kinesiology Institute, and I'm so happy you joined me today. We're going to be going over some practical skills that will help you achieve optimum health through muscle testing. See, I've had a tremendous experience of studying with the masters of applied kinesiology. It was Dr. George Goodheart that totally changed my life. See, he is the guy who discovered that you can use muscles as a biofeedback indicator to find out where stressors are in your body, what is stressing you, and built this whole system called applied kinesiology that gives us power to change our lives, to bring us to total health and well-being. So from my studies back in the 80s, early 82 actually, with George Goodheart, I then went on to become an instructor of Touch for Health. I got to work by John Thie's side, the man that developed Touch for Health, in Pasadena as his chiropractic assistant and also as the director of the Touch for Health Foundation. So that was in the late 80s where I began teaching this all over the United States, brought it to Russia as well as to Italy. It was so great hearing the results that all my students were getting with as practitioners, with their clients. And I finally decided in the late 80s, going into the 90s, you know, there was so much great material that George Goodheart presented that John Thie also had so many skills, and I studied from everyone that I could study under. Well, I ended up finally putting together my own institute, the Kinesiology Institute. And so since 1992, we've had courses that help particularly health practitioners to get profound results with their clients, eliminating pain, overcoming all kinds of symptoms, because what we're doing is we're getting to the source of the problem. When you do muscle testing, you're asking the body's innate intelligence what it needs to bring itself to total health. So this is what we're going to share with you today. I'm going to be demonstrating techniques. I'm going to be teaching you some techniques. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the tips and techniques we're going to be presenting in an upcoming course called Achieve Optimal Health with Muscle Testing. And so of doing this for over, 40 years now? 42 years I've been teaching this. I'm learning how we need this more than ever. If you're a practitioner, muscle testing makes such a difference in your practice because it tells you what to do when and how to find what's at the source of people's health issues. And in our course coming up, I'll tell you a little later how you can join in and get a significant discount on it too. You will find that these simple skills, not only you can help other people, as so many of my clients and students tell me, wow, people that got no result from any other system are now finally getting better. So that doing muscle testing is a way to find out, again, what is at the source of their issues. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to be demonstrating how to do accurate muscle testing, but I'll just give you a little overview. We're going to talk about how you can take these skills in the course and use them in your own home to find out things from basically every room in the house. And I had this great benefit myself. We're going to show you how you can do muscle testing, let's say, starting with the bedroom. And I found all these things in my bedroom, like the sheets that I had on the bed, the pillow that I had, many different factors in the room that were causing sleep disturbances. When I finally cleared all those out, discovering them through muscle testing, I sleep so much better. Actually, I was going to a sleep doctor, and he was doing all these tests on me, and he wasn't thinking holistically like we do, and he didn't help me at all. And then I finally said, I got to be my own doctor, and I tested all the things in the room, and wow, made a huge difference. Now, another thing is your kitchen. Well, a lot of our cookware, and I was having all these memory issues and thinking, what's going on? And I found out there was certain water heater that I had that gets the water heated up real fast. Well, guess what? I discovered when I drank water from that, I was muscle testing weak, and I later deduced that there was an aluminum in there. And in the course, we're going to show you how you can find out if you have heavy metals in your body and ways to detox them. So going from the kitchen, we're going to go into the bathroom and see all these products that are particularly for women causing problems. And I'm going to show and demonstrate that for you today, how you can discover that. And then we go in depth in the course. So I've noticed so many women are dying of cancer now. And it's many of my closest friends and people that are dear to me that are leaving very early in life now. It's getting worse and worse with cancer. Well, guess what? It's these environmental toxins that are particularly wreaking havoc on us. And the FDA is not helping us out. In the course, we go deep dive into what are the exact products and how they're hurting you and how they're harming your health. Now, here's probably the biggest of all, psychological. In the course, we're going to show you how you can find out what simple points you can use that will help reduce stress energetically. Let me give you this premise. Einstein taught us, everything is energy. Everything is energy, and everything has a field of vibration. So in a moment, I'm going to demonstrate how you can test for this, and that's what we're going to dive into in the course, how you can start testing all the things in your environment, and then once you do that, you'll know. You don't have to be muscle testing everything every day, but I find that little bit of information that I then apply to my life has totally improved my health. Now, why don't we bring up Alana? Alana's here in the studio, and Alana, you're already getting some great benefits, I believe, with your family, because you were saying with your kids how she's got this just turned 8-year-old son, Ezra, right? And how he's now, tell me about Ezra. What's he doing with muscle testing?
He does self-muscle testing, so he does the sway test. He'll pick up his own supplements, and every morning he'll do his own sway test to see if he goes forward or back, and then he knows which ones to take and which ones not to take.
Wow,
yeah.
That's great. Well, while we're at it, let's do that. Let's show the sway test. So everyone, you can do this. Stand, if you can. You can even do it seated, with about a little further and shoulder width apart with your legs. And so when you're doing that, you're going to first think of we'll do a stressful thought. Think of frustration and feel it down in your gut and just see if you sway forward or back. You can even close your eyes if you want and say, oh, frustrate, that frustrates me. Oh, that frustrates me. And see if you sway. Most people sway back. Now let's go into a happy thought. Say, oh, I love that person. I love when I do that. Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. And see if you sway forward. You were swaying forward too, right? Yeah. So that's where your intelligence, your body's innate intelligence is telling you what brings you energy, which is generally forward. I'm moving into that. And what makes you go back is what says avoid that. See, we have this intelligence. And that's what every cell in your body has, but we also see that everything has a frequency. So let's start with how I would do manual muscle testing. So let me have an arm right here, and as I'm pushing, you're going to meet my gradual increasing pressure. Any problem with your shoulder or your arm, you're good? So she keeps the elbow straight and just up about 40 degrees like this, and even the hand relaxed. People think it's a strength test. It's more of an energy check to see, is there energy supporting the arm to stay in that position as I apply gradually increasing pressure? So I put the weight of my hand, okay, ready and hold. So first the weight of my hand, then I double it, I triple it, quadruple it, and I'm going to about 8 pounds. And as I push, it stays stable. Now you can do things to switch the arm off. One is if I pinch in the belly of the muscle right here 2 or 3 times, hold again as I push, that's a nerve reflex, and there it shuts off. Now the arm knows to switch back to strong after 1 time, and I push again, it's strong. Now another way you can do this is say a name that isn't your own. Say, my name is Donald Trump.
My name is Donald Trump.
And hold as I push. Her arm goes down. Okay, my name is Alana.
My name is Alana.
And she's strong. So those are a couple ways. So you want to find out what an off and an on is. Now we teach in the course how you can test products as well as foods. So how about we start with some food? That's in our third module in the class. We're going to get into psychological stuff here sometime today, so stick around for that. Let's see. Well, let's check this. Now, remember, everything has a field of vibration. You don't even have to have it on your tongue. So let's just have you hold this and it's in her field.
And this is wheat gluten.
Yeah, that's a gluten wheat product. It's a healthy one, so let's see. Maybe she's good. Hold as I push. Oh, going down. Well, how about we try another grain? Now, I believe this one is gluten-free, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold that and put it in your field and see how she does on this. Hold. Wow, super strong, okay? Now, she can also do the sway test with these things. In fact, why don't we do a sway test on this? This is, this is a healthy coffee, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's see how you do on that. So she's going to hold it right there and step forward just a bit so we're able to see it right there, yeah, and see how you do. And, oh, she's going forward, okay.
It's just because I want a cup of coffee.
Now, she wants a cup of coffee, okay? Well, she may be biasing the test, okay? So now, let's have you close your eyes, and I'm going to grab different things so she doesn't know what I'm grabbing, okay? So just hold your arm up, and let's see how you test, okay? All right, now let's grab something else here. The eyes closed, so it's a blind study. Oh, and she actually goes weak on the coffee. Now, that's a good point. See, you want to have an intention to get accurate results. So now, I want you to do, body, give me the truth. I want to know how I respond to this. So intending to have accurate information. Hold that again and see what happens. Okay? And there you go. Yeah. See, that's a good point because sometimes people, in fact, I have some people say, don't tell me what you're testing because I know I can override the test. So that's where we found there's something about this coffee. Now, it may be she needs a break from it. So we show you in the course how you can test how much you can have and how often, because your body wants variety for one. And are you doing this a lot? Like, is it an everyday kind of thing? Okay, so it's sometimes, well, let's even show. Okay, so this coffee, once a week, hold, twice a week, 3 times a week, twice a week, okay? Now I can even ask amounts, at least 4 ounces a time, at least 5 ounces, at least 6, 7, 8, so 7 ounces, okay?
That's a lot. That's a big cup.
It's not that big, 7, I mean, you go to Starbucks, they give you a venti, that's 20, so that's a third of a venti. So you can't even get that small at Starbucks. But anyway, you could deal with that if you had 2 times a week. Oh, these are my 2 days, I have 7 ounces. Okay. So that's part of it. See, we don't want to have people think, I can never have that food ever again. Sometimes it's, you look for loopholes and look what the body says, I can handle that. See, your body, again, has an intelligence, and you are tapping into that intelligence. So we show all this in the course, how you learn what to do when and how to find out what are these things doing to you. Well, let's go into the course a little bit, and then we'll come back and show some more. So I'll bring you back in just a bit. So in a moment, I'm going to share with you how you can enroll in this course. Now, the course is called Achieve Optimum Health with Muscle Testing. And this is a life changer. It's like one of the most transformational courses. Now, so if we look down the page here, you're going to see some of the modules that you'll be able to go into. So the first module, we're going to show you basically understanding the energy model, the triad of health, and go further into self-testing. We have other ways you can test, so we're going to show you several ways to self-test. Now, in the second module, we go into the emotional stress release techniques. These are life-changing. I've had amazing results with my students working with their clients and themselves, as well as myself. That's probably the most valuable of all. We're going to show you some great tips and techniques of how you can reprogram your subconscious as well as clear deep-seated emotional stressors. Now, in Module 3, we're going to show you more about muscle testing foods. You know, we touched a little bit on that. We'll also show you how to do supplement testing, even the heavy metal testing that many people have. Environmental toxins in your kitchen. So both hidden dangers of plastics, cleaning products, microwaves, and we're going to show you the whys of it, the research on it, and all of the deep, the deep subject of what this is doing to us. And as you change these things, you're going to notice your mind's clearer, your health, your energy's better, clears up all kinds of aches and pains. Each room that we're going to. Now, And what I'm going to be showing you is what I've been presenting for 30 years at Tony Robbins Life Mastery, because they said we want to know how we can turn our body on for detoxing. And so that is going to be great. You're going to get basically the same presentation I do about every 6 to 8 weeks with the Robbins program that they love. They said, you know, this is like transformational in itself, just that information. So great stuff there. Now in Module 6, we're going to be showing you how you can improve your bathroom routine. And I found a lot of things. We'll show a little more testing with Alana in a bit, but I found a lot of things that I wasn't aware of, even my toothpaste that I was testing week on, shampoos, and then for women particularly, your makeup, your skin cream, for men as well. I mean, there's so many things that we aren't aware of. It's just so valuable to get this out of your system. Now in 7, we're going to show you how to protect yourself from EMFs and improve the whole sleeping schedule, because a lot of people will sleep next to their cell phones and have EMFs going from like their alarm clock right next to their bed, you know, and TVs that are turned on, but they're on standby basically. All that is emitting electromagnetic frequencies. So not just even in the bedroom, in your office, in your car, in your day, and we're going to show you how to protect yourself from that. So that's going to be a great module. All of these are 50 minutes, and we're going to do it all on one day. Then we're going to do the course wrap-up, and we're going to show you how to really integrate this into your health and give you a lot of tools for healthy living. Okay, so that is where you can just in one payment pay the $197, but wait, there's more. If you scroll up, I believe it's at the top of the page there, you will see there's a survey and it's just about 2 to 3 minutes. You'll get $100 off any of our courses, including this. Now this is only a limited time. This is just this time, so it won't be available after this time. The course is going up to $500. So if you want to get in, it's a tremendous advantage for you to get all these skills that are practical that you can use in your life that will then be lifelong. And you're going to have lifetime access to this as well. So this is a super, super opportunity for you. Okay? Well, let's bring Alana back up and see what else we can do here. All right? So let's see. We did some testing. Let's go into, a couple more foods. This is something I think you said you like love and you eat every day.
I have these on the go all the time.
Has them on the go all the time. You know, I admit, Go Macro, it's the best bar. And I was like addicted to them too. So let's see what happens now. You hold that against your body, okay? And it tests strong. Now here's a caution. When you got to have something every day, right? All the time, you love that bar, right? So it can be a false positive. Watch, if I try to switch this muscle off like we did earlier, if it won't switch off, hold, it's showing she's got an addiction to it. So we'll show in the course and we'll have you bring that back and we'll show you how to clear a food addiction. And that way, at least your body isn't like craving it to the point where you got to have it. Okay? So we'll save your grocery bill not having to have those every day. Okay, so let's see. How about we go into some things? You got hair color here. So we're going into some bathroom products, and then we got skincare and all that. So let's try one I guess you've used, right? Is this?
Yeah, so this one I use on my roots.
Okay, use on your roots, okay? So let's see if we can get to the root of the problem here. And hold as I push. Ooh, and that's switching off. Now let's try, well, there's a natural one here, just to see how it compares. Now again, if it's in the field, and hold as I push, oh, and that one's strong. Now how about some shampoos? I guess you got a couple of them here, right? Yeah, okay, so why don't you give a sniff of this and then we'll let you go in here in a moment, okay? Ooh, going weak on that. How about this one? So that was not so good. Let's check this one now. And we'll show you different brands. We're going to show you an app that you can find brands that are healthy too. And that one, ooh, that one's strong. Now, what happens, an easy way to do this, and one of my associates teaches this in his courses, is have, particularly people with long hair and women that have the hair that you can smell. Let's have you smell your hair now and see what happens. Okay, and hold, and goes weak. Now, Were you using either of the ones that?
I used this one today.
Oh boy.
The bad one.
The bad one, yeah. Okay, well now you know. If you want to be healthy, you'll get the good one, you know. But that's the key, is you can start testing. And you can go home and do self-testing with this too, okay? Well, let's bring you back in a little bit, but that was great to just see a few more products. Now, the key is you want to stop the toxicity by finding out what foods, what hair care products, even cleaning products, we may get time to that, and even clothing. So when you look at everything in your life, everything is energy. We have all this electromagnetic pollution now that we're dealing with. And so we'll see if we can touch on that in a bit. Your body has intelligence that you can tap into. And we find many of my students who are professionals working with people, they're finding and helping people that no one else was. See, we call it subclinical. A lot of things happen under the clinical. Like when you're really sick, you have to be so toxic, their body finally says, I give up. In fact, often this sickness is the way for your body to heal. Like where you get flat on your back is, oh good, the body can now rest and do its thing to get the immune system back. So you're tapping into this to find out what systems are under stress and how to de-stress it. I believe you mean like things in your home and how you would self-test it. Well, again, we'll go deep into the course of how to do that, but basically it's the sway test for one. Like here, I've got here's a laundry detergent product, and I'll just see how I do with this. So you grab the product and then bring it into your, whoa, boy, I didn't know that was gonna happen. As soon as I got close to it, it knocked me over. Okay, that's well, I'm not gonna mention any brands here. And then I've got another product here, and let's see how I do on this. Oh boy, I go right forward. And this is, it's from Young Living. It's actually the laundry soap I use all the time. And so when you find things that you're swaying back on, that's saying that would be one to avoid. And you can go to the market. Now you can always read labels, and we're going to share with you an app in the course that you can go to that says whether it is something that would be healthy for you or not. But rather than the app, I just test. I'll even do that in the store. I'll go to the store and say, okay, well, how do I do on this product? So say if I pull that off the shelf, I'm kind of biostatic. I'm not going forward or back. Well, I'm kind of starting to lean back a little. Oh, there I go. I have to tune into it. See, a lot of it is get your mind out of it and tell your intelligence, give me the truth. I want accurate information, because you could bias the test like she did earlier with, what was it you picked up? The coffee, right? And if you say, oh, I really want this, you know, I go to the store, oh, I love this product. Yeah, I probably cheat a little myself. But here's the other thing. Listen to your body after you consume it. You know, and they say, gee, I don't feel so good after eating that. Well, that's one way to tell too. But you can go through, we'll cover room by room in the house and clean it out. We're going to give you a checklist so you'll know how to go through and look for this, look for this. A lot of things you wouldn't even think of. You know, like I found out I had mold under my bed in drawers. There was moldy clothes. And that was part of what I had to clean out. I had to go through everything. And the bedding, I got organic cotton sheets that finally seal the deal. How about clothing? Let's have you come up and let's just do a little check here. But let's just see what happens. So hold your arm up and let's put this hat on you and see how you do. All right. Bingo goes off. Now just notice how you feel. Like without the hat, is there any shift when I put the hat on?
Well, it feels like I have a heavy block on my head.
A heavy block on your head. Well, she's got this wonderful hat she brought. And let's try that on all and see how you test on that. Okay, looks great and it feels great. Look, she's strong. And how's that feel in comparison?
It feels lighter.
Feels lighter?
Yeah, I think this is wool.
Okay, that's wool. Well, there you go. Yeah. And I didn't know when I bought this, but I had to go find in the deep recesses of this, and it says 100% polyester. You got anything that just frustrates you?
Yes.
Okay, she didn't need that long to figure out one of those. Let's see what happens. So just think about that for a second, okay? All right, so as you think about that, I'm gonna check some points on your face. Oh, look at that. I'm touching various acupressure points, and you see that first one I went to, that's the one that usually works. It's called stomach 1. I'm putting 2 fingers on this point, okay? And now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say that level of frustration is when you think about it in your gut?
10.
10, okay. So let's see if we can make any reduction here. There's a lot more we're going to show in the class, but I want you to start breathing and tapping right on that point, and just notice anything you see as you tap. Breathing deeply, notice what you tell yourself about this, and just keep tapping. And as you breathe deeply, just notice what body sensations you have when you're feeling this frustration. Where in your body do you feel it? And just keep tapping. And folks, you could do this along with us as we're tapping. Anything, it doesn't have to be frustration, anything that gets to you, just notice as you're tapping what you see, what you've heard, and what you tell yourself, and then where you feel it in your body. Okay, now I'm going to have you touch right here on the forehead. And you guys can do this too. Just right in the middle of the forehead, above both eyes, just lightly touch. Do some slow, deep breathing. And as you're breathing, how would you like to feel about this situation? It could be peace, acceptance, relief.
Peace and acceptance.
Okay, good. So breathe that peace and acceptance in. Feel it spread through your whole body, filling you up from your heart down into your gut and through your legs and all through your body. And now see that situation moving into the future, getting resolved. You flow through acceptance, compassion, love for yourself, and arriving at peace. And then when you're ready, drop your hands down. Okay. Now let's test as you focus on that situation again. Let's see if there's any shift in the energy strength. Okay, got it? Okay. Wow, it's really strong. Any shift from your level 10? What would you say it is now?
5 or 6.
5 or 6. So you took a notch off of it.
Yeah.
A half reduction. Okay, great. So thank you for joining me today, and I really acknowledge you for wanting to be the best you can be and to help others be the best they can be. And I want to thank you for making the Kinesiology Institute your best choice in health and wellness education, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, be well and be blessed.